My name is Aries, and I have been documenting my journey to get fit-ish for a while. Most recent part of that journey is I have now been prescribed a GLP-1 dual antagonist. I am on Mounjaro, and this is week 3. And if you have been around for this part of my journey, or you saw last week's video, I maybe spiraled a little bit. It could have been part of the emotions of life, but also I'm learning. This is all very new, and when you come off of the high highs of week 1 and how drastic things change, you just kind of hope that week 2 is similar at least. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, my week 1 on Mounjaro went absolutely amazing. I was down 9.5 pounds, and I had lost chronic joint pain. My heartburn was subsiding. I had no food noise when I didn't even realize I had food noise. And honestly, it was just life-changing. Week 2 coincided with changing my injection site and the week before my period, where hormones in a woman are already very cruel when it comes to the scale. And I ended up gaining 0.5 pounds. So the video was mostly about me trying to figure out if that was something to be concerned about or just what might be causing it. But mostly it was just explaining how my week went and sharing everything with you so that if anyone else was going through the same thing or had a similar week, then maybe they wouldn't feel so alone and it would all kind of come out in the wash. So I did get a lot of supportive comments telling me not to panic. And I thought I had done a good job at saying in the video that I was not panicking, but I'm not panicking. And I will not panic. I get it. It's a lot. And I probably didn't word myself properly because I don't script these things. I just talk on the cuff, and I'm just sharing my journey as it goes. And I'm me. Yeah. So I will try and be better at formulating my ideas and thoughts, but probably not, because again, I have sat down not really knowing how I'm going to talk or discuss or put this video together. But today is talking about my week 3 recap, which, spoiler alert, went a lot better than week 2. And so I just wanted to share how the week went. I've also realized that I could have had some influence on week 2 because I do a lot of strength training. Behind me is the Speediance Gym Monster, and that is like a weight machine, so I can do all of my strength workout on it. It has workouts and trainers and everything built right into it. It's all magnetic pulley system, and it is incredible. So I do a lot of weight training, and which I've ramped up now that I've started doing Mounjaro, because previous to Mounjaro I was doing a lot of walking and yoga, and now I'm getting back into strength training more often, which could be affecting how the scale sees things. And that's okay. That's what I want. I want to be gaining strength and muscles and improving my metabolism and doing this the right way. So, this week I did a strength training. I decided to film a little bit of it. So, this is how just some of the training looks on a Speediance Gym Monster, if you were interested in seeing how one of my workouts went.
Maybe you're not different. Maybe you're not different. Maybe you're not different. Maybe you're not different.
So as you can see, you can use it for a lot of different things, and it's mostly, well, no, it is guided. There is a section on there that you could do free weights that yourself if you had the wherewithal to understand what to do. But I have always been better with somebody telling me what to do and not trying to figure it out myself. And I love that this stores what weight you're at and will increase it automatically. So I don't have to like write in a book that I lifted, X amount of weight for this deadlift and blah, blah, blah for this chest and da-da. It does it all in there. And sometimes it's not quite right. And sometimes you have to lower it because, you worked the same muscle group the day before, or you're just not feeling it, but it still will track that and then get back at it. So I really, really like it. And it's going to definitely help me on this journey. As for the way the week went, I injected into my arm. So that was the final injection site. And I definitely saw a very big difference in how the drug felt over the week. Not a single peter out, a nice, even, steady decrease of all of my issues. There was no food noise all week long. I was able to turn down treats. But I also actually did have a little treat. I had a Reese's peanut butter cup, and it was all right. It was delicious, but it wasn't like I didn't want another one afterwards, which is crazy because normally that would lead me on to wanting more and more and more. So it was kind of cool to just test that out. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had a fear that eating something super sugary was gonna send the side effects through the roof, but it didn't. So I think because I kept it at a small portion, then it wasn't an influx of sugar or craziness. So I didn't, all of a sudden get nausea or whatever. But so that was kind of nice to know that I can still have little treats here and there if and when I want them. But I just really don't want them, which is kind of nice as well. Eating was good. A lot of high protein meals, focusing on, just getting those protein in first and then everything else afterwards. We're still doing the HelloFresh meals. And it was just a really good week. No joint pain. The only time I got heartburn was when I was eating a meal that was high in tomato or acidic food. And it was enough to just take a normal Gaviscon to deal with it. Before, I would have to chug extra strength liquid Gaviscon just to be able to go to sleep at night, and that's not happening anymore. So it feels like I have normal people heartburn now, and I can identify what caused it, which is really nice because before I couldn't. It was anything and everything would cause it. So that's a big improvement as well. And then I've now done my 4th injection, and then I do my weekly weigh-ins the morning after. So I did my last 2.5 milligram shot into my thigh, and then next week will be my first 5 milligram shot. So I'm nervous and excited. I kind of wish that I would have been able to stay on the 2.5 a little bit longer, but my doctor wanted me to move up. But I have I have convinced her to let me stay at 5 for as long as I am ready to stay at 5. Because I think I would have been fine staying at 2.5 a little bit longer, but that's okay. So we're gonna move to 5 next week. This week just went really well. I did enjoy the arm. There was no side effects other than the dry mouth. I'm still getting the dry mouth a day or 2 after I take my shot. And that's it. Now, there's a chance I'm getting constipation, but because before starting this, I was on the opposite spectrum for 3.5 years of multiple times a day, very urgently in the opposite way of constipation. I'm welcoming things slowing down, because now I'm at like every other day, sometimes every day, but like, oh, that feels healthy to me compared to what I was just dealing with for 3.5 years. So maybe that's a side effect, but for me, it's a bonus. So just thought I'd include that, because I know a lot of people talk about it with their journeys. So to me, it's rectifying things. To others, it might be like, ooh, whoa, let's get some fiber in here. Something else I did start this week was I've started taking collagen supplements, and I got like a drink form, so it comes with vitamin C in it, and then it's just 1 drink a day. I'm not gonna go crazy with like making sure I have a certain amount every day, or that it's like with a certain amount of vitamin C. I just want to add in a little bit in hopes that it helps with my skin bouncing back, because as you know, as much as I would be fine with loose skin if it happens, I would rather try and avoid it, because in the past, anytime I've lost weight, because I have done this over and over and over again my whole life, it's never happened. But I'm also almost 40, and this is probably going to be happening a lot quicker than in previous attempts. I am excited to do photos soon, because even though the scale isn't like, super reflective, there's been fluctuations throughout the week, and if I do a strength training, I'm usually up the next day. I'm noticing a difference in my clothes and how things are fitting. Work, uniforms fit differently. So I definitely think there are inch changes. I didn't do measurements, but I did do photos. So I am looking forward to seeing if there's like a comparison there. Yeah. But as for the scale for this week, I was down an additional 2.8 pounds, bringing my whole total, my 3-week total, to 11.8 pounds lost, which is honestly, like, even though I was up a little bit last week, like that's a crazy number for 3 weeks. That's more than I have been able to do in a very long time. And I am not complaining at all. So I know last week seemed like I was panicking and downplaying what was happening. I'm not, I promise. 11.8 pounds is insane. And I am very, very, very grateful for this medication and what it's providing me, and just how much life I have been able to get back through it. I did also just see a video that apparently the World Health Organization has come out with some new articles about these drugs, and showing just how needed and amazing they are. And that's really cool. So I haven't personally read it myself, so I don't want to like talk too much on it, because I don't want to misrepresent what's in the article. But there has been a big announcement, and it sounds like it's a very positive thing for us, the people who are needing it and using it, and that's awesome. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's been a good week, good workouts, good weight loss, a nice like healthy amount of weight loss. This is kind of what I was hoping was going to happen last week. Even less than this, but like this was what I had kind of expected at the beginning. Not the 9.5 pounds like from the start. I thought it was going to be closer to this week after week after week. So, but again, I could be gaining muscle, and that's amazing too. So I don't need the scale to validate this journey. I'm just saying right now it's a quantifiable thing that is easy to document and discuss. So, disclaimer. Anyways, I think that's about it. I don't really have much else to say this week. I am just really looking forward to taking pictures next week. Again, it was a good symptom-free, consistent week. There wasn't any drop-offs. There wasn't like days where I wanted to eat more, or even just days that I wanted to eat less. Like it was just a nice, every week or every day felt the same, where I was consistently eating about the same amount of food and protein, and that was awesome. So yeah, thank you for joining me for week 3. Again, all the new subscribers, thank you so much for joining, and everyone from the beginning, thank you for still being here. I love all of you. Thank you, honestly. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.